how to build confidence. Anyone that's ever met me will tell you that I'm a very confident person. I'm confident to the point of almost arrogance, right? Well, number one, how did I get this way? And number two, how can you become more confident, right? So we'll start with number one. How did I become confident or be confident? So it started with affirmations from my mother, right? You are my perfect baby, Nate Nate. You were made in the image of God. You were put on this earth to do great things, and mommy and daddy love you, right? I say this to my child now every day, and I have my wife do it as well, right? But my mother instilled that into me from a young age, that I was her perfect baby Nate Nate, that I was made exactly the way God wanted me to be made, and I was put on this earth to do great things, right? So step one to me is to use affirmations, is to work on your mindset, right? If you don't have affirmations, you can grab mine, the ones that I used to quit drinking, to quit smoking, to become financially free. They're in the description below for free. I give them away for free, and you can change them up and add what you want based on your goals, that type of thing. But pick that up in the description, it's free. But it first starts with your mindset, right? Number two, your mindset means nothing without action, right? Telling yourself you're great doesn't help you if you're not taking action on your greatness, right? So the second part is your habits. What are your habits? I wake up early. I train every day, right? Whether it be sports specific or now, back when it was sports specific, now it's more weightlifting, right? As far as training. I eat as healthy as I possibly can. It doesn't always work out that way, but I do try to eat as healthy as I possibly can. And I read every day, right? And I read every day trying to get the skill that I'm trying to learn, right? But you're not going to prove your greatness by sitting around and doing nothing and just saying, oh, I'm great, I'm the greatest, right? You prove your greatness through your actions, through your habits, right? So if I come into a room confident, it's because I've read my part. I've done my part to be confident in that room, right? When I say something is factual, it means that I've read and studied what is actually factual, right? It's not I saw it on a post or some idiot on YouTube said this thing, so it's got to be facts. No, you actually research it and look into the literature and find out whether something's true or not, right? So you started with your mindset, and then you went into your habits, right? The last thing that brings you confident is your skill set, right? So increasing your skill set. I started out when we moved to Carteret County, when we moved to Atlantic Beach, I walked to a bee shop every day to scoop ice cream, right, for $7.50 an hour, right? And I had actually already had multiple degrees and could not find a job where we were at in Greenville, whether it be in Smithfield, where I'm from. Nobody would hire me. So I went all the way to the bottom, right? I swallowed my pride and went all the way to the bottom to scoop ice cream at a beach shop for $7.50 an hour, right? And I was walking there too because I didn't have a vehicle at the time when I came back from med school. So, but I went from that to cutting grass, and I had to learn the skill set of cutting grass, had to be healthy enough to cut grass because holding a weed eater all day requires a certain level of health, right? Certain level of strength that most people don't have, right? And then I went from there. I also I didn't know whether I would have a full-time job after that, right? So I actually went and got my CNA license and became a CNA, right, at that time, right? So I was working on my skill set, right? I said, well, if summer ends and we're not cutting grass anymore, I'll have a job as a CNA at least, and I'll be able to eat, right? But I ended up getting a permanent job on the water department, so, and I went from the water department and had to learn that skill, and then I went from there to the wastewater treatment plant where I'm the head of the lab there, right? And then I went from that, so now we're up a little bit. We got a little bit of, headway, right? We got a little bit of separation in between how much we need to live. We have a little extra money every month, right? So now we go, okay, well, what are we going to do with this extra money? Because my habits haven't changed, right? I'm still waking up early to train, eating as healthy as I can. I'm reading every day, right, on the skill I'm trying to learn, right? My habits haven't changed. What we enjoy hasn't changed. So, walks on the beach, movies, that type of thing. That's what we enjoy, right? That's what our free time is done, used to do, right? So what do I do with this money? Well, I learned to invest the money, right? And investing the money has basically made it where, or learning to invest the money, learning a skill set, increasing my skill set has made it where I'm financially free, right? And now I'm able to share that with the world and, and show how I did it, right? And so it's good to be financially free. But this is how you build confidence, right? You build confidence by changing your mindset, changing your habits, and changing your skill set, right? And when you walk in a room, you're the smartest one there because you're the only one in the room that read every day, period, right? People can contribute to your knowledge as well, right? So you're not you're not being in a place where you can't learn from other people and learn from their experiences, because people have been all over the world, right? Especially in this area where you have military people that have been all over the world. They've seen everything. They know things that you're not going to learn from a book, right? So you pick up those things, you learn those things, right? But that's how you build confidence. You build confidence by being aware, being prepared, changing your mindset, changing your skill set, and building your habits to bigger and better habits. I'm Nate. I'm your life coach. If you need life coaching, if you're in a place where you want to build your mindset, you want to build your skill set, and you want to build your habits to where you're successful, you're confident, then make sure you email me at FitfutureMD@gmail.com or go to my Instagram and DM me. It's also FitfutureMD1. And I'd be glad to help you out, right? I also offer free things down below. Mindset is affirmations, health with nutrition and health guide. And I also have the free financial freedom guide down below as well, right? To get you started with financial freedom. Obviously, that's not going to teach you the skills to get to financial freedom, but it'll get you goals and it'll basically lead you in the right direction towards financial freedom to start in your journey, right? Let's say, and it's not a long journey, minimum 3 years, maximum 10 years to financial freedom. And I believe everybody can get there. I know you can get there. So build your confidence. Let's make it happen. I'm Nate. I'm your life coach. Make sure you shop at Ensorsale.com. Pick you up a cool inspirational t-shirt today. Use code FitfutureMD for 20% off, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.